we are going to see what is typecasting. So typecasting means conversion of one data type into another data type. There are two types of typecasting: internal typecasting, and that is implicit typecasting, and explicit typecasting. So let's see with the help of program how internal typecasting and external typecasting is done. So we are using the header file #include iostream using namespace std. Using namespace std. Here is our main function, because execution start from the main function. So we are going to first see what is implicit typecasting. So here taking one variable a which is of type integer, and we are assigning some value to that variable a, that is 5. Now I am taking another variable, that is b, whose return type is float, and I am assigning that value of a to b, that is b is equal to a, means what, the value of integer 5 is assigning to b, but whose return type is float, that is this is nothing but the integer to float type casting. Which is called as implicit type casting. Now we need to see how it works. So see out. Here I am giving that implicit type casting. And L is used to understand that end of a line. So see out. Integer a is, and I'm printing the value of a. Okay, now we need to see the float value of float b is b indel colon. Now return 0. Now let's see what is the output of this implicit typecasting. Here we can see that in implicit typecasting, integer value of integer a is value 5, and the float value of b is also 5, means conversion of integer to float. This is called implicit typecasting. Now let's see explicit typecasting. Explicit typecasting. So let's see explicit typecasting. Float x is equal to 23.45, and I am getting one integer y and assigning that y value of x to that y. But here we are doing explicit typecasting, so we need to give the return type in bracket, that is we are converting that float value into the integer value. converting the value of float x into the integer. So this is called explicit typecasting. Now we see the output. So I am using cout explicit typecasting. So cout now float float x is equal to x, that is, and then now cout integer y is equal to, and here we are giving just output, so y and then semicolon. Now let's see how explicit typecasting is work. So here we can see that in explicit typecasting the value of x is 23.45, which is of float, but we are giving that x value of float to assigning to the y and converting it from float to integer. This is called as explicit typecasting. So these are the types of typecasting, that is conversion from one data type into another data type. And these are two types, that is implicit typecasting and explicit typecasting. Thank you.